Hi, and welcome back to another, I don't know what order I'm going to roll these out in, but another beautiful video here in Colorado. This might be the most beautiful podcast I ever record. Now, we don't know where I'll end up down the road, but man, is this crazy. It is just so beautiful up here, be in kind of the peaceful just nature, driving through these roads that just have these crazy drop-offs off the side of the road. But today we're talking about something that I've kind of realized in the past week while I've been here. And I've just realized, throughout the years, having people support me. And we're talking about supporting your friends. And if you guys saw last week or the week before, I had my first guest on the podcast. I had Michael Kaplan on. Really good episodes. And while my friends always support me, they especially supported me on that one. One, because they know me, and two, because they know Cap. They know Michael Kaplan. And that one got more views than a lot of the other podcasts that I've ever recorded. And I think that's cool because it was a lot of friends watching, and maybe a lot of friends like the content now, and maybe a lot of friends just enjoy listening to me talk. And it was really fascinating to see how many friends shared my content, how many friends shared that specific video. And it just made me realize how special it is and how easy it is to just support your friends in different ways. Now, all your friends aren't going to be putting out content, right? All your friends aren't going to be trying to grow a YouTube channel, but what they might be doing is try to go to med school, or they might be trying to get into this new school that they've been always dreaming of, and they might be trying to get this job that they've always dreamt of. You doing something as simple as connecting them with somebody within your network. You doing something as simple as calling them whenever you heard that they were struggling, or calling them a week after they said that they were struggling. Always checking in on your friends, because that's support in itself. We all have amazing days, but we all have bad days. And on our bad days, we tend to not reach out to anybody. On our bad days, we tend to not actually reach out and try and hang out with people, even though for me especially, and I know a lot of people as well, whenever you're feeling crappy, the thing that can help a lot is being with other people. But you won't want to necessarily reach out to other people because you might not want to be a hassle to other people, and that's just because you're feeling like crap that day. You feel like everything you do is wrong. You feel like everything you do just isn't perfect, and that's not the case. You have to realize that. You have to realize that you're not a burden to people, and you supporting your friends both in their job endeavors and also life, in their mental health, asking them how they're doing, it's so important. So if one of your friends posts something on Instagram, maybe like a life update, repost that. Throw a comment down there, make them feel good. If one of your friends gets a new job and they're stressed out about it, give them a call, 5 minutes. You might make their day. You might give them peace of mind, because if they're just sitting there in their own thoughts, they'll be driving themselves insane. I know whenever I was starting to put out this content, one of the things that really was tough for me was just that I was in my own head. I was worried about what other people thought, even though I would have told you I didn't care what other people thought. I was worried about the content actually being good and up to a standard that I want it to be at. And also, I was worried about just talking to a camera. There's nothing scarier than having people look at you while you're talking to your camera. I used to be like filming in my apartment, and if I saw somebody walking past, I'll put the camera down real quick because I was shy. I actually just came across footage just last week where I was going through my hard drive and I saw this old vlog that I never actually cut together because I thought it wasn't good enough. I was in downtown Chicago talking to a camera, having people walk behind me, feeling like an absolute idiot. Partially because I didn't have the proof of concept. That's the hardest thing whenever you're trying to start a channel as well, is like, you don't have, if somebody walks up to you and says, hey, do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but I also have 40 subscribers. So do I have a YouTube channel? Not really. And that's the hardest thing. That was the hardest thing for me, was getting that validation and still feeling like people respected me even before the numbers were there. But that is whenever you need to just channel the motivation inside of yourself. You can't just be worried about what other people think, because, like, for example, this truck driving by, if I got all insecure whenever you drove by, well, it would ruin the podcast. It would ruin my flow. And that, we don't want that at all. Now, whenever I'm here, I think a lot. And I'm in a beautiful place like this that's so different from Chicago. And it makes me just appreciate what I have. It makes me appreciate the good friends that I have and the good people around me that I have that, push me to do things that are outside of my comfort zone, and also just push me to just be a better person every single day. I think there's something about being in the outdoors that you just realize, how special the things in your everyday life are, especially just being away from home. If I was in a totally different city, I would still kind of get this realization, but I think where I want to end this, and it's kind of totally off topic from what I've been talking about, it's just something that's been on my mind. This is my first trip for leisure in I don't know how long. And traveling for work is awesome, right? But whenever you're traveling for work, you don't necessarily get to do the things that you want to do. For example, if I came to Fort Collins, Denver area for work, I wouldn't be able to go on these hikes. I wouldn't be able to just hang out and take it all in and take photos for fun. I might have gotten a job to come and just take photos of landscapes in Colorado, but it still wouldn't be as fun because there's somebody telling me to do it the whole time. If you're a photographer, you're probably watching this channel because you're a photographer. I push you to take a trip just for you. Re-spark that initial spark that you had to create content and take photos for you. Whenever you take those photos, they'll probably resonate with people, and who knows, maybe it'll open some doors down the line. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you listening, and I hope this beautiful scene took away from just looking at my face for 10 minutes. But have a great day. I appreciate you. I love you. Goodbye.